Lesson 2-2, histograms. The objective for this lesson is to develop the ability to picture the distribution of data in the format of a histogram or a relative frequency histogram. Examine a histogram and identify common distributions, including a uniform distribution and a normal distribution. All right, so a histogram is a graph consisting of bars of equal width drawn adjacent to each other, unless there are gaps in the data. A horizontal scale represents classes of quantitative data values, and the vertical scale represents frequencies. The heights of the bars correspond to the frequency values. Okay, you're going to want to put this in your notes. Important uses of a histogram. Visually displays the shape of the distribution of the data. It shows the location of the center of the data. It shows the spread of the data, and it identifies outliers. All right. Here is a picture of a histogram, and this was made in Excel. Why don't we try to do one? Let's do one in our Inspire calculator. So let's get our Inspire calculator. And I've already put it in the spreadsheet. Let me show you how to get the spreadsheet. Go over here, press on, and then right here, this blue one, spreadsheet, and that'll give you a spreadsheet, okay? I was pretty sure you didn't want to see me type all of these in, so I went ahead and did all that. All 50 from that McDonald's lunch that we did, okay? So there they are. The next step is to press on, and this purple box next to it, the graph. We'll click that on, and then we're going to come down here, and I called it AA, and it looks something like that, okay? That's what it defaulted to, so we're going to have to adjust that a little bit. Let's go over here to menu, and then plot properties, plot type. We're going to press 3 for histogram. All right. Now, if you notice, this isn't set up just the way we did ours, okay? So menu, and then we're going to go to plot properties, and then histogram properties, and then bin settings, and let's do equal bin width. So we're going to put 50 in here for the width, and then remember before our smallest number was 75, so we'll put that in there. It'll start at 75, and then press OK. And it looks, there you go. That looks a lot better, okay? Now let's take a look. That's our histogram. Okay, and that's how we do it that is how we do it in the Inspire. All right, and then let's see here. Our next one here, relative frequency histogram, has the same shape and horizontal scale as a histogram, but the vertical scale uses relative frequencies as percentages or proportions of actual frequencies. Well, let's go back to our, well, again, I did it, and this is kind of like the other one. But let's do it here in our Inspire. So now that we've got our histogram, you notice you see 11 points, 24 points, 10 points. We're going to go menu, and then plot properties, histogram properties, bin settings. Oh, let's histogram scale. Percent, and now see it's changed it. Now it's 22%, 48%, 20%, 6%, and 4%. Okay, and that's kind of like what we did earlier. Interpreting histograms. So CVDOT. The ultimate objective is to understand the characteristics of the data. Explore the data by analyzing the histogram to determine the center of the data, the variation, the shape of the distribution, whether there are any outliers, and time. Well, we can go back to our thing here, and let's see if we got that. Well, we're looking, the center is going to be around in here somewhere. We can kind of visually see it. And this one here is skewed to the right some because the tail to the right is longer than the tail to the left. Okay? What else? The shape of the distribution, well, it was approximately normal. It didn't look like there were any outliers, and we couldn't really tell about the time from this. Some common distribution shapes. Let's see if we can't draw a few of these. And let's see, a bell-shaped might look something like this here, bell-shaped, normal bell curve. And let's see here. That's not actually too bad for Mr. Carbonell. Might look something like that. And then maybe we ought to put a thing, no, not that one there. And then we'll put it, and it might look something like this. And it may or may not be real close to this. And let's try the uniform distribution. And it might look something like, and let's see here, you might have something that looks like this. And boy, I tell you what, I'm not doing it. But you notice, you seeing the trend here? It's get, you know, it's almost like there's some line up there, some line that it's just kind of flat across there. All right, so that's the uniform. Skewed right, and I just showed you an example of that just a second ago. But we'll draw another one here. Let's see here. We got one. It might look something like, and I might have to do one for skewed left, so I got that one. All right, so skewed right, you might have one here like this, and then it may get up kind of high right there, and then notice how it's got more going to the right than it does to the left. And then the skewed left would be just the opposite. Might look something like this right here. Okay, and that might be something, a skewed left. Okay, you might want to put these in your notes, okay? And that's all for this lesson. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you in class tomorrow.